Today, September the 2nd. The title is The Philosopher's School is a Hospital. The Philosopher's Lecture Hall is a hospital. You shouldn't walk out of it feeling pleasure, but pain, for you aren't well when you enter it. Epictetus. Have you ever been to physical therapy or rehab? No matter what the name implies or how many people you see lying about, getting massages, it's not a fun place to be. It turns out that healing hurts. The trained experts know exactly where to exert pressure and what to subject to stress so that they can strengthen where the patient is weak and help stimulate the areas that have atrophied. Stoic philosophy is a lot like that. Some observations or exercises will touch one of your pressure points. It's nothing personal. It's supposed to hurt. That's how you'll develop the will to endure and persevere through life's many difficulties. So today's note reminds us that when we enter the realm of Stoic philosophy, or when we enter the realm of life, we're of course all in the realm of life, the things that we go through are not always easy. They're not always going to be a simple journey to endure, but many times what makes us stronger, of course, are tough times, and experience is a valuable teacher, but the lessons don't come easy. That's a quote that I've read recently, also from Stoicism, which resonates quite well. And I think it's quite obvious that during the hard times, that's when character is built, right? It's not during easy times, and it's very easy for us to sit and say, when times are good, I am resilient, or I am a strong-willed person, or I am this, or I am that. But we put our money where our mouths are, really, when times go bad. And it's at these moments and during these experiences when we really have to dig deep into who we are and get through those moments, whether it is something that happens to us, something that happens to someone that we love, whether it's a circumstance that we find ourselves in due to things that are out of our control. And we have to find ways that we can cope with what's going on. That's step one. But step two is to be resilient towards those things that are happening to us. At times, it means also taking responsibility for the way that we've acted, or how we've contributed to what's happening to us. And in some cases, it's simply being resilient to what is happening to us, that may not be within our control. And I think there's different methods to do this, but one good method to work through the way that we feel, I think, is writing, for sure. Writing down what we're going through, writing down how we feel, writing down things that we'd like to remind ourselves, whether that's ways in which to be resilient or things that we've learned through a specific experience. This not only will be able to help us get through the moments when we feel we, are weak, but also it will remind us down the line what we've gone through, what we felt during that time, and also when we find ourselves perhaps in a similar situation, to know that we've gone through something like this before, that we can apply the lessons to, will make future pain easier to actually bear. So for us to remember that, the tools that we have, the tools are within us. It's much easier said than done. And during the times when things, are not good, or when we face some sort of pain, external, internal, whatever, both, these are when we really have to dig deep. And this is where, our character really comes out. And it's very easy to say that you're a person of strong character or strong will, but it's much harder to actually pull those qualities out when the time comes. And I think there's also two sides to this. It's coping with what's happening, and there's when it comes to coping mechanisms, there's good coping mechanisms, or healthy coping mechanisms, and unhealthy coping mechanisms. Bit of a tongue twister there. And at times, despite how we're feeling, whether we're feeling very weak on the inside, I think it's also a good opportunity for us to, have healthy coping mechanisms. For example, if you're going through something stressful, something that is draining you emotionally, be physical, go out, do things, do sports, do activities, strengthen yourself physically. Because I think, especially at times when we are uh, emotionally feeling weak, that's a fantastic time to strengthen ourselves physically. So we end off with the quotation again, which is, "The philosopher's lecture hall is a hospital. You shouldn't walk out of it feeling pleasure, but pain, for you aren't well when you enter it."